Hey, I'm just going to do a little review on my Nike Freerun IDs. Picked these up after having some Reebok Realflexes for a little while, so it's going to be a little bit of a comparison, I guess, between the two, because that's what I've worn. These are the IDs, which means you can customize these. I went online and basically chose all the colors. I went for the stealth black all the way up until the electric blue, I guess. Got my name in there, which I thought was kind of unnecessary, but you know, may as well. It was better than having the Nike logo, so that was alright. Like I said, went for the whole black. I'm not a fan of the different color soles. The white is a really common one, or the electric blue on the bottom I've seen. Kind of cool, but I just wanted the stealth look. I don't want to be standing out too much. My shoelaces basically are covered if I'm wearing pants, and then if I'm running, well, it doesn't really matter, so who cares. Basically, touched on it. You can get these online. You just go onto the Nike ID and you can customize them. And these run me about $130, which is the most I've ever spent on shoes. And that was kind of hard to justify, but I figured, you know what, if I'm going to get these, I may as well get the ones that I like the look of, so I sprung for it. They said that it was going to take 4 weeks to get here. It ended up being 3 weeks to my door, which was pretty awesome considering these are a custom order from the other side of the world and shipped over here, built and shipped in 3 weeks. So I was pretty happy with that. I went for the 5.0 upper. On the 5.0 lower, you can choose which you want. So the 3.0 lower is the thinner, and I think flat all the way across, I believe, bottom. But more of the barefoot kind of feel. The 5.0 is a little bit thicker. 5.0 top, of course, is a little bit thicker as well. A little bit more running shoe style. It's still flexy and thin, but offers a little bit more support. The 3.0 is really thin. Definitely going for the barefoot type of feel. Things I like about this, love the flex. The bottom of these, if you can see it there, where are we here? Right there. It's all those little individual, I don't know, pieces of the sole, right? So these flex really well, as you can tell there. So you can just almost curl this shoe right up in half. Really flexible, side to side, front to back. Really like that. It's a good feel. I like being able to move my foot like that and get away from the whole typical running shoe where you've got basically a thick, hard sole on the bottom and your feet don't really move. So this is really good. I like the looks of them. They look really good. They're a slick shoe. I think they're pretty funky, actually. So I'm happy with that. And they're wider than the Realflexes. The Realflexes I found to be a little bit narrow. They press my toes in. These give me a little bit more room, so I'm quite happy with that. Dislikes. The fact that they've got a separate tongue. I actually really hate that because as you're running or walking, it slowly starts to slide over. This is something that I mentioned on my Reebok Realflex review a while ago. They have a separate tongue as well, and I hate it. It slides over. I wish that they had stuck with the sock kind of design that they originally had on these, where it was all kind of one piece and there's no tongue to slide around. I've tried those on and they felt great, and I wish they had gone that way on this one, just with the added laces, but that's what we got to live with. So one more thing that sucks on these is because these are all big slits in here, and as you're walking, these expand. It allows for rocks. You can see there's a rock right there. Rocks, sticks, whatever else is on the ground to get picked up and jammed in there. And as soon as your foot is not flexed anymore, it just pinches it, and have fun getting those out of there. So you have to basically like flex the shoe all the way and then try to pull it out. So that's a bit of a pain. If you get a big stone stuck in there, you can really feel it when you're walking along. I've had sticks and stuff that I didn't notice, but as you look down, you realize you're dragging half a tree, and it's just kind of funny. And then you got to pull them out, and it's not always that easy. So would not recommend these for trail running for that reason. Every time I go over rocks, I tread carefully because I don't want to get them stuck in there. Comparing to the Realflex, I kind of did that a little bit. Touched on how the Realflexes are a little bit narrower. These look funny because they're tight. Anyway, a little bit narrower. Didn't really like that on the Realflexes, but because the upper was so flexible, it I was able to live with it. The sole, it's kind of the same sort of thing, just a different way of doing it. The Realflex sole is thicker, it's harder, it's a harder compound. I feel like I could get better impact protection on this one. I would, if I was going to jump off something high, I'd probably pick this one over this one. This is a really, it's not a thin sole, but it's really flexible. It's really like it's like a softer compound, I guess. So it feels amazing to walk on. It's really squishy. But I feel like it's not going to offer as much protection if you're jumping off something high. When that's going to become an issue, who knows? I don't know. I used to do a lot of free running and parkour and stuff, and that's something I would think about then. So I don't know. It pops into my head, but love the support of the upper on the Nikes over the Realflex. This is really thin. I know they've changed that. I know there's different options now for the Realflex, so that's almost not worth saying, but you know, whatever. Something I noticed a really big difference. The Realflex is like wearing air conditioners on your feet. It's like your feet get cold because it breathes so well. The Nikes breathe really well as well, but not as good as the Realflex is. So don't get me wrong, your feet aren't going to get hot in here, but your feet are almost cold in this one. Like the breathability is amazing on those. So that's pretty much all I got to say. I use these for walking to work every day, about 25 minutes there, 35 minutes back, and they're great for that. I run occasionally. I'm not a huge runner, but these are fantastic and super comfortable, and I'm going to keep rocking them. I've had these for maybe 4 months now, and I have not worn the Realflexes once since, just because these are so great to put on and they're comfortable. So really love them, recommend them. Bye for now.